All right, guys, this is my video on my website. My name is Manda Young, and I have the two young ladies that I worked with this whole time, Sarah Dudley and Leanna Neiman. So let me go ahead and share my website with y'all. So my website was pretty much like all of the other ones, and I had my homepage where I had some events down here at the bottom. I wanted to create a space for my students, my future students, so that way if I get to teach one of the grades that I really want to teach, then I can just have them go to my website and press here, and then they can take these online assessments to kind of help them get ready for our tests at school. So.
Nice.
I love this.
Yeah.
When I was going through your website, I thought that was the coolest thing.
My own kids really liked it too. They kept saying, "Oh, I want to take another test," and I was like, "I don't got time for you to taking all these tests."
But that's cool too. Like, and you're already playing around with stuff, even though you're not teaching. Like, you're already playing around with that, thinking about in the future when you teach. So.
Yeah, because I wanna be that teacher that inspires and engages my students. Like, that's my biggest thing. Is I want to help people be better people. So. And then I did a little mission, and that just takes you right into my NST 6031 and kind of what we did in our class. So that I thought was kind of a neat little thing to just loop it back around. And then the last little box here is the contact me. And like we talked about before, if you click on that, then it just pulls up my email, and you can go ahead and shoot me an email. So that's my home page. I did have on my resume originally my address and phone number, and Professor Crawford said, that's not a good idea.
Can I say, I like that you used Wix as opposed to Google Sites.
Well, I had to do a Google Sites website when I was doing my undergrad, and it was so plain Jane that I didn't realize that they had upgraded so much in such a short amount of time. So I was like, I don't want to do that again. So when I found Wix, it was just so cool, and they had so many options. And then all their options ended up helping me. Like, I don't have to have a separate blog. My blog is all incorporated into my website.
That's really cool. Nice.
And then each one of my units are, I would say, self-encompassing. I tried to use different visuals that kind of are witty and go with it. So Unit 6, we did our search engines. That's a picture of an engine. And then if you just click on, then our YouTube video comes up. And then if you go back, then I have my reflection of my ISD standards, which downloads as a document. And then if you click on it, it'll go straight to another document with all the search engines that we did. So, and then the last piece there is the blog, and it takes you directly into the blogs. I didn't realize that I could make it go to a certain one, but it does pull up the last one that I've created. So, and then the about me is,
my your babies.
Yeah, those are 3 of my large crew, but they're the little ones, so they're a lot cuter than the adults. But my professional statement is actually very long, because in the directions that I read that we had to have like 2 pages. So my professional statement is quite lengthy. And then my resume is down there, and then you could go on and view that just by a click of the button. So
I like that everything is folded in very neatly with your website.
That's what I was noticing too. Like, it's not, you're not getting bombarded, or like, it's just, it looks very good and clean.
I feel like that's kind of my personality.
That's it. Like, we start to see everyone's personalities in all their websites, and that's what makes it personal. And it's cool to see it's true. You start to see everyone's personalities through their websites.
Yeah.
And the interpretation of just like we all had the same exact assignment and just seeing how everything just kind of took off from there. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We definitely broke through and let each of us shine.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just did my little blogs, and I tried to, once again, have a little catchy phrase and cute little pictures to kind of make it unique. So, and then so those are all my little blogs that I have on there. And I think that I want to continue blogging. I actually found that to be quite a fun aspect of this whole entire course. So,
Mm-hmm. As did I.
yeah, I didn't think I'd like to blog so much, but it was definitely a way to kind of say, hey, this is what we've been doing, and this is what I thought about it, without being too much into the whole thinking, just like fun little things that we were doing. And
That's how I felt too. And at first, like my first one, I was like, oh, am I like typing up each, like talking to people? What is this? And yeah, but as you get into it, it's like super easy. And you know, you just put in your little blurb and share your information. Hey, this is, you know, what you learned, and it was a cool experience.
yeah,
It's really therapeutic, like throughout the entire like teaching process. Especially when I got like to the part where I'm like reflecting on how I use this in the classroom. It kind of made me pause and say, oh, hey, you know what? Maybe next time I'll do blah, blah, blah. Reflection is always like the hardest part for me. I never want to take the time to reflect.
Right. Just go, go, go.
Just go, go, go.
I think that Dr. Crawford has definitely thought about what makes this course successful, and each piece is very deliberate, and she has taken her time to create a very successful course.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that it's purposeful. It's not things that just like, here's an assignment and you never use this assignment. It's very, here is the purpose, use the purpose, and it really does apply to what we do on so many different.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's stuff that you can use with your own students or even with your students' families. So yeah, Amanda, I think all these tools you'll find once you're in the classroom will be very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys for joining me with my meeting.
You're welcome.
And I had a great semester with y'all, so I hope y'all have the best in the future.
Absolutely.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.